We are good. What is going on? How is everybody?
Hey,
How's it going, Brian?
good.
Welcome to the third episode of the what I call the Max2DCAST, my podcast that I've thrown together where we like to talk about retro video games and pretty much whatever you want. I'm your host, Max2D Gaming, and I have one of my favorite people on TikTok, one of my favorite
There's
comedians.
another guest.
No, he's not here. He's not in the building. BrianAldridge. Everybody give a hand for BrianAldridge. We got a lot of people in here right now. You giving yourself a hand?
Yeah.
I like it. So thank you for accepting my invite. I really appreciate you being here. I hope that we can enjoy ourselves for the next hour and a half.
Nice.
You have your watch on,
I got.
so you
Uh-oh.
can look, so you can look down at it and be like, "Wait a minute, hour and a half."
Hey.
Let's go. Let me get this. I gotta get one thing here. So I found you. You actually popped up on my FYP before Zelda, and a couple of your comedy bits popped up on my feed before Zelda, and then I was scrolling through one day and you were playing Zelda, and I'm like, there's just no way this super popular dude who's like a comedian is playing my favorite game of all time. And so you kind of hooked me in with your comedy, and then I came for the comedy, and I stayed for the Zelda.
Stayed for the Zelda, man. That's wild too. Yeah, it's I guess it's a lot of people's favorite game, isn't it? Like,
Well, I don't know how old you are, but I would probably guess you're pretty close to my age, so or maybe younger, one of the two. But I would assume that you probably fall in that range because I think if you get a little bit older than me, I just turned 40, but if you get a little bit older
yeah.
than me, generally people's favorite Zelda game is the original, and then if you get a little younger, it's Ocarina of Time.
Yes, exactly.
So
I'm
you probably
46.
so yeah, you're falling in that range. You could be either way. You could be the original or
Yeah.
Link to the Past,
Yeah.
but you just gravitate towards Link to the Past, I assume.
The originals were too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you didn't have any tips or anything for the internet. They're just too hard. And then the first one, I'm an 8th grader, and I've told this. I say this almost every time when I stream because people will ask like, "Hey, what got you into this one?" And it's the first one I ever bought with my own money.
Oh, okay.
I was 13 years old. I had a paper route, and it was like 2 weeks' pay to pay for it.
It's like
I was
you
like,
go
"How
up
is this legal?" But okay.
go up to any kids now and say, "Yeah, I used my paper route money to pay for this." And they're going to look
Yeah.
at you like you have two heads, like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Paper
Like,
route? What is
no,
that?"
no, a
Is that,
grown up in their car delivers the newspaper.
is that like a milkman? Like
Yeah. What's a newspaper?
So you would say probably that's probably why that game means a lot to you then, because it was like the first game that you remember buying with your own money?
Yeah, and I felt like I earned it, and like and it was mine, and I played it a lot. But then where it really came back was, do you remember the Nintendo Wii had that where they would sell you could put old Super Nintendo games on your Wii
The virtual
through their
console.
store.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like it was like $8, and so then I was like, well, I'm putting this on there, and then so like in what was that, 15, 20 years after the game came out, a resurgence of playing that game again. So
Yeah, so it's probably what 2006 I think is when the Wii came out, and then I think at
okay,
that point the game 15. I think you're right on with 15 years. I think the
yeah,
game came out in 91 or 92.
they knew what they were doing. They were like, we're gonna let this, instead of it being stale, we're gonna let it be nostalgic and then bring it back.
But that's the thing though, like there are certain games that age like fine wine, and then there's some games that age very poorly. And Link to
Yeah,
the Past, to me, it seems like as the years go on, it gets better. I don't know how a video game that's that
right.
old can continue to get better. I guess because you play a lot of the stuff that comes out now, and they focus just strictly on graphics, and they don't put any there's nothing in it. It's just soulless. But that game, you can look at each individual pixel and all the artwork and design, and then the music
Yeah,
is classical. And
yeah, it's not the best.
my experience is kind of like yours. I grew up playing the original Zelda as a kid. I used to play with the controller upside down, and I had a friend that would always come over, and he would always make fun of me because I would always get taken out, and he would always be like, "Well, maybe if you just held the controller the right way," but that was the right way to me as a kid. But
Explain
even
why upside down.
I don't know. It's just a quirk I used to
All
do.
right,
Yeah,
okay.
probably autism. Since we're
All right. Yeah.
yeah, probably.
But they didn't have it. They didn't have. There was no such thing as autism 30 years ago.
It was there. It was just very.
I know.
We've made a lot of advancements in mental health over the last few
Yes.
years, but even going back and trying to play the original Zelda now, the fact that Link can't like slash his sword, it's just one direction, like up, down,
Oh,
just
yeah.
one direction versus Link on the Super Nintendo. He actually
He
does
just
the
stabs him
slash.
out.
Yeah, or the stab and the charge. All those quality of life features, it's like they kind of perfected the formula, you know, with Link to the Past. It's like they took the original game and then they put it on steroids, and then they just couldn't. They haven't been able to like deliver a product like that since. It's like
No.
No,
If
go
that
ahead.
came out as a mobile game today, A Link to the Past, same graphics and everything, came out as a mobile game today, like it would be one of the most popular game.
Yeah, you
It could
literally
come out
just
right now and it would be popular.
you just said exactly what I say like every stream. Like you could literally drop that game. I think I started saying it in 2024. It's like you could drop this game right now. 1999, all platforms or just one platform is still going to beat every game out right now because that's the power
Yeah.
of that game, literally.
Yes.
And randomizer kind of blows my mind. I talk about this all the time too, and people are like, "Why don't you do a podcast?" Well, I got it. I rant a lot, but randomizer is crazy to me because you would think Nintendo at some point would recognize that the game is big enough at this point that Nintendo knows it exists. They have to. There's no way that they don't know it exists.
Yeah.
And why not ride that train? Why are we not? Why is Nintendo? I know they don't like to copy a lot of stuff. They like to be original, but like this is printing money. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it because it just like it's right there in front of them. But I stopped liking the Zelda games, like how they're structured and everything. Probably 2006, I think. Whenever Twilight Princess came out was probably the last Zelda game that I like actually.
Is that Wii?
Yeah, it was Wii and the GameCube.
Okay.
And I think that's probably the last that I've every year they come out with another one or whatever. I'm just like they're doing that again or they're doing something similar. To me, it's just like and a lot of people are always like they tell me that I gatekeep the franchise.
Gatekeeping your Zelda?
Yeah, but it's like I think I've started to get to that point where I've get off my lawn territory. I think is where I've started to get like kind of like I feel like the game has peaked back then. Randomizer the same. You were talking earlier about how someone had come into your stream and was telling you to do it randomized, and it's very daunting at first, but once you kind of do a few of them, it's kind of addicting. I think you've got the bug because I mean I think
I do.
Yeah. So interesting enough, like what modes have you done so far besides just the regular?
I've tried. Okay, I tried when I first started. Like, I wouldn't even stream it because I was like, I don't know how to do any of it. And so I was like, I'll just set expert difficulty.
Oh my god.
And then like if you get hit, you're dead. Like
Yeah.
you're gone right away. So like, and then the one of the people who watches a bunch kind of told me like, no, you can set exactly how you want. You can start with this, you can start with that. And so I've done it where I thought the quickest version, like if I only have, say, I know I only have an hour and a half to do a stream.
Yeah.
And I want to go start to finish. I'll just do the one where you collect 20 pieces and
The
give it to
Triforce
the
pieces.
old man.
Yep.
Yeah.
That one's.
And
that
then
was
I
just.
mistakenly thought there was one where it would be you only have to get 3 pendants and put them in where the Master Sword normally is.
Yeah. The pedestal.
And that's winning.
Yep.
But they know what you're trying to do. They know what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
It's not like they're just going to let you go for those 3 right away.
No, they hide them in like obscure places and it extends it out. Yeah, so you're learning pretty quickly how much time you have and how much stream you can do and what kind of mode you can do. Yep. I know the handful of times I've come in, you're always doing like 100%. You make me laugh every time because I'm in there like I'm being one of those people. I'm being like a backseat streamer, and I'm like, "Hey man, I can teach you how to get your tracker fixed." And you're like, "Oh no." Wait a minute.
You're not going to ruin my engagement.
We're building engagement here. We're not.
If you stick around for 5 minutes, half of the comments are like, "Hey man, you forgot to mark the cape," and I'm like, "Oh, did I? Let me go back."
Yes, I'm fully aware. That is that's something that actually kind of drives me nuts. Not you, but it's like because the tracker will mess up every once in a while, and it's like,
Sure.
and then somebody would be like, "You didn't mark this, you didn't mark that." I'm like, "Hey, I'm not BrianAldridge here." I mean, I'm just kidding. I didn't. Then I have to go reset the tracker because it does make mistakes and does mess up. So I guess the way you do it, it's all on you.
Yeah, I got to click it anyway.
I have little gremlins that work in the background for me, and I can blame them when it doesn't work.
Nice. Yeah.
What is so besides, have you thought about streaming any other games?
I've tried it with wildly little success.
Okay.
Because I'm like I said, I'm 46 years old, so I'm like I guess I'm a Gen X.
Are you?
So yeah, I guess, right? Maybe a millennial.
I have
maybe
no
a
idea.
late millennial. Yeah, I don't really know, but I don't really identify with like the I drank out of the garden hose type. So, but
But
that's
you
like
never, but you never did that. I did that, and I can tell you right
I
now.
did that, but it's not my personality. It's not.
Oh no, because you
It's
have
not
you have a
like
young personality. You have a young personality.
Yeah, and so I played Nintendo games probably more than Super Nintendo games. The only other one where I've had people, well, they'll stop in and there'll be like over 100 people watching. Jaws.
Why?
I can't. It's you go back and forth in the boat, and then you shoot Jaws.
Why? That doesn't make
People
any
love
sense.
it, man.
I know that I've seen. So there's a guy that I follow on here. He does Friday the 13th every once in a while. That game
Okay.
does nuts. I did
Yeah.
Fester's Quest one time. That game did
Okay.
nuts. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That one went nuts.
Can you win? Can you beat it?
Fester's Quest, I got to the final boss and I put it down. And Roger Rabbit got to the final boss. I don't know if you played Roger Rabbit or not.
I have. That's why I asked. Did you beat it?
That game can go. Dude, if I never saw that game again, I would die happy.
Same thing.
That final boss, was it Dr. Doom?
No, it's ridiculous.
It's the absolute worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. But the fans
charge
love it.
You charge it up, run, get them, go back. I'm like, this is going to take me 2 hours to.
But then you get on a roll with it, and then he does some cheap move and takes you out, and then it's like, oh, you got to restart. Yeah. So because not last year, last year I made this thing where I was like, all right, fan submission Saturday, whatever you send me, I'll play it. Well, guess what everybody decided to do? They went out, literally looked for the top 10 hardest games list, and would send me those games. So that's Lion King, Karate Kid, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Fester's Quest, literally just like 15 games, and literally I think I beat one out of the 15. And then they're like, well, why don't you beat it to completion? I'm like, you guys are sending things that are way above my pay grade. I play Link to the Past.
Hey, that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game, are you talking about that one that just has 2 levels? Just the regular level and the water level, and then the game's over and there's nothing after that?
Why? Because
I don't think anyone's made it past the water level.
I watched a speed run the other night of a guy he beat it in 19 minutes, and it'll make you feel this big because it's like, oh.
Sure.
So with the turtle game, I can tell you, I think I was probably 3 years old in the mall. It was raining outside, and my mom was taking me to the mall. And my mom, whenever I was a kid, would have to bribe me to go to the mall. So I looked at her and I'm like, you're taking me to the mall? Well, let's go to Blockbuster. And she was like, no. And I'm like, so I made her life hell in the mall. And then she's like, if I take you to Blockbuster, will you stop? Well, duh. Yeah, I'll stop.
Yeah.
And so then she took me to Blockbuster, and that's when I got TMNT, not realizing that I didn't even know what the water level was because I didn't even make it past the roller guy at the streets because he would roll you over and that'd be it and restart. Yeah. So that was one of the Blockbuster. I don't know if you ever had those moments where it was like I wanted to rent that game at Blockbuster. You rent it, you realize it's ridiculously hard, and then it's like I regret my rental because it's too hard. Yeah. Yep. And I probably was 3 years old. I remember that because I remember my mom being so pissed at the mall. But I was like, I want something out of this too, at a very young age, I learned, how to get things, kind of manipulate it, I guess.
Are you old enough to have pumped quarters into a game at the mall's arcade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had an arcade game that you could just keep pumping quarters in.
Mortal Kombat. The one I remember the most was probably NBA Jam. Because when I would play NBA Jam at home, I was like, I could destroy NBA Jam. Yeah. But you play it in the arcade, no, it's a whole different game.
Keep
putting quarters in, yeah. Yep. And Street Fighter was the same way, and Mortal Kombat was the same way. I remember Mortal Kombat. I remember when it first came out. I remember going to Putt Putt, and they had just gotten the Mortal Kombat machine, and I remember sitting there I put a quarter in, and then I like the computer did all the moves and then did a fatality, and I'm like, oh, cool. And I put another one in. I'm like, I can figure all that out. Nah, there was there was never any sense of you're gonna win in that. It was always they punished you very early. I got punished at a very early age with arcades.
Yeah, it was again paper route money. I would.
But it's depressing to think about that now though, because we took my son to the arcade a few days ago. Have you been to the arcade recently?
Yeah, there's no quarters going in those machines.
Yeah, it's well, there's that. That's the depressing part, but it's also depressing the games. I really thought I was an idiocracy because every
Okay.
game was like a giant glowing button, and that was it. There was like no.
Tickets. They want you to get tickets.
It just there's no besides skee ball. Like skee ball is classic, right? I'm never gonna diss skee
Yeah.
ball, but like every game
Yeah.
having just a big button that glows up, and you just have to do like the one. But like, I'm thinking like, is this where we've gotten? Like we're like, because my kids will
That's
never
as
know.
complicated as we can handle.
They'll never know like I don't know, Cruising USA, Mortal Kombat, or whatever else. The arcades, man, that was a time. That was a time. You just hit something in me.
Dave and Buster's kind of monopolized it now, right?
Pretty
Like the
much.
places like Dave and Buster's, that's kind
Yeah.
of where you go for an arcade. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Like the mall used to have it. Like just have an arcade in the mall. Like
ours was called
I don't know.
Aladdin's Castle.
Fantastic. That's a good name for it. Yeah.
Yeah. And we had a DDR machine. We had, you know, the arcade racers, like the off-road racing games.
Yeah. There was usually a motorcycle game.
Oh yeah. Yep. With the actual motorcycle, you could rev it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the days. I miss those days. Can we go back?
Yeah, right.
Take a time machine and just go back. I think we're stuck here.
Now, another thing, I like games like how people like the nostalgic games, where you put it in and you play or whatever. I only know this from the younger generation, like having a daughter and people. You know, the games now, microtransactions, right? Kind of ruined. Had a nice hand in ruining video games, right? Or no?
I would say so. I talk about that all the time.
Okay.
Microtransactions, they don't feel good. They feel kind of dirty. I do remember playing a basketball game a couple of years ago, and my son was like, "Hey, you want to play the basketball game?" This is ridiculous. And I begrudgingly signed up for it. I was like, "Sure, I'll get it or whatever." And he's like, "Do you have the season pass?" And I'm like, "No, like I don't have the season pass." It's like $30 or $20 for the season pass. And then he's like, "Dad, can I have some money to buy some packs?" I'm like, "Buy some packs of what?" And he's like, "I want to buy some cards." And I'm like, "Oh, where's there a card shop at?" He's Dad, we're talking about the game. We're talking about the game still,
Virtual
Dad.
card.
So I'm like, "Oh, you can buy cards." I was like, "No, I'm not spending money on virtual cards." I was like, "I'd rather you buy paper cards because maybe they'll be worth something in 20 years, where a virtual card will be completely useless because the internet will stop working or something."
Yes.
So he earned his packs in the game, and it's a very slow earning rate when you don't pay money. So I'm playing it with him, and I pulled some free packs, and I got a Michael Jordan card. And I went absolutely nuts. I was like, "Look, I got a Michael Jordan card." And I was all bought into the hype. And then I got to game 4 with the Michael Jordan card. And it said that I need to give Michael Jordan card some Gatorade points. You could use the card for 3 games in a 24-hour period, or you had to go spend money for Gatorade. I'm not making that up.
I'm thirsty.
Yeah. Could you imagine? I guess that a video would be we could go like get our old Michael Jordan cards and pour some Gatorade on it because you need some points. I guess my mind was I have never deleted a game so fast in my entire life.
It's gone.
Yeah. And then my son said, he comes up to me, he goes, "Dad, you want to play the new basketball game?" And I'm like, "No." He goes, "Why not?" And I went and read online. There's actually a casino in it. In the basketball game. They added a casino.
You know what? I got the basketball. I believe it was 2020's version. It was when we all had to stay home.
Yeah.
So we all had to stay home, and I got the basketball game, and I was like, I'm not grinding 20 hours of this. So I did purchase the virtual currency. I was just like, whatever the maximum. And I'm like, and then you play online. There are 12-year-old kids calling you the most horrific stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I didn't even know that insult existed, and I just got called it by a 12-year-old.
It never feels good. It never feels good. It's embarrassing.
How did you know I was fat. Like,
I can hear you breathe through the mic. Like, oh, what? No, that's just I'm getting old, man. I might need to crank my CPAP up tonight. Um, but yeah, no, I totally agree. I do think that microtransactions, I think that once you start to focus on that aspect, which is just generating money as fast as possible, it makes developers become lazy, which is kind of why the new Grand Theft Auto hasn't come out yet, because they're so busy milking the game that came
sure.
out like 12 years, 13 years ago, because
13,
it's
right?
generating billions of
2013, right?
dollars. What's that?
Yeah. I was going to agree. Like the 2013, I think, is when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out.
Yeah. So
That's
we're taking over
and
10
they're
years
still
for
running
games.
new online versions of it. Yeah.
Right. All because it prints money.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah. Why
I'm
would
not,
you ever come out with a new one?
I,
Like,
I guess you just leave a certain fan base behind, I guess. Cause I have never listen, I'm proud about this. Never installed Grand Theft Auto Online. Never played an online match in Grand Theft Auto Online. I don't know anything about Grand Theft Auto Online.
I
It's
don't.
just
Yeah.
never been in my,
But
it's never been in my wheelhouse.
I will say, when it came out, I told everybody, "Hey, man, you're gonna want to give me 5 days before you text or call me because I'm gonna be on." And I was like, I
Yeah.
played that one. I played that one a lot. Like, yeah,
Well, apparently the sixth one's been done for 2 years,
yeah,
and they were ready to ship it out, but the executives, because it's always got to be the suits and ties, right? They came in and they said, "Oh, great job, guys. Well, tell us a little bit about the Grand Theft Auto Online experience that you're going to bring with Grand Theft Auto 6." They said, "Yeah, about that. That's not going to be ready for 2 or 3 years." And
yeah.
they're
And
like,
don't bust it out yet. Yeah,
and they said, "Wait a minute, you've got no." And they were like, "Well, we can just release the single player at $50, and we'll release the online in a couple of years for $50 and charge people." Nope. Executives are like, "No, we're going to roll it all as one big package," and it's disappointing because one of my favorite hobbies. One of the ways I decompress, one of the ways that like I kind of stem myself is I play single player games like with storylines and stuff like RPGs or hack and slash games, or like I'm playing Resident Evil 9 right now. Games that generally don't require any sort of monetary in-game purchase stuff, because I'm very
right.
much against
But
that.
they're not even hooked up online, right? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And so that's what I do. I'll sit on the couch and you'll usually catch me playing something. Like right now I'm playing Resident Evil 9. Last couple weeks I've been playing Elden Ring, which Elden Ring's fantastic. That's just my way to kind of decompress and enjoy myself. And people like me are suffering because Grand Theft Auto 6, you got to think about it. That's 13 years since it came out, the last one. That's a
Yeah.
long time to wait on a game. That's a long time. And it's Rockstar, so they'll deliver. We know they will. They always do. I don't think they've ever had any mess ups. They've always delivered it. But it sinks when the suits and ties get involved. With anything really nowadays.
Yeah. But when that does come out, I would imagine streaming that game is going to be severely saturated. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
that'll be the only thing people watch for a while.
Here's the thing. Resident Evil 9, it came out on Friday, and there's been people streaming it online for like the last week who have had it illegally. And it sucked because I'll be scrolling and they'll be playing. I'm like, damn, I don't want to see any spoilers, so I'm like not interested. And then it finally went away for a while. But then today I've started scrolling a little bit today, not much, only about an hour. And every damn person's playing Resident Evil 9. It's like there's spoilers in every one of the streams that I click in. I don't know that's in the game. Okay, click. So that's for like if you don't want to know anything about Grand Theft Auto 6, you
Right.
might want to, like you said, hide out for 5 days, play it, not scroll, because it'll get spoiled for sure. People like to play
Yeah.
current stuff.
They
Current
have
stuff,
that. They do Resident Evil randomized too, don't they?
I think they do.
Like the early version. The only reason
Yeah.
I know that is because a friend of mine, like a comedian friend of mine, said, "Hey man, I saw you playing a weird version of a Zelda game online. What's that?" And I explained to him what it was. He goes, "Oh wow." He goes, "They have that for Resident Evil too." And I guess he plays like he's much more of a game like video gamer than I am, but he's younger too.
I love the old Resident Evil games a whole lot. I don't know if I could do it randomized, because to me, every time I play the damn games, they already feel randomized because I don't know anything
Right.
about them. Like it's been 10 years since I played the first one, so it's like I go play it, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was there, But there's one of my favorite streamers who's on here. He plays Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time randomizers combined, and he does Link to the Past. He does Resident Evil. He does Super Mario. There's Super Mario randomizers, and it's the like Super Mario 64. You should
Okay.
try that sometime. It's pretty fun. You get
All right.
one heart piece or one pizza piece, whatever it is. What do you call it? Like whatever health. You get one health. So it's like one shot, you're done, and then you restart. Everything's completely randomized. It's so much fun.
All right. And that's different than the Super Mario RPG.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
This is Mario 64 shuffled, and it's crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
That Nintendo 64 came out when I was in college, and as far as I'm concerned, there was only one game for that, and it's the only one we all played all the time. It was that GoldenEye, 007
yep,
GoldenEye.
yep.
Yeah, because it was easy to pick up. You just and the controller kind of, the trigger button at the bottom, and you worked your way around with the. So it was just
Did you
intuitive.
guys did you guys have the same rules that everybody that we had, where it's like no
Lay
odd
them on me. I
job,
might. We
no
might
odd
have, huh?
job, and no jaws?
Yeah, yeah. But and then if there were a lot of us wanting to play, and you'd had to take turns, we'd go to Golden Gun.
Oh yeah, that's quick.
Yeah, you go to go so you can run through it quicker and get more people on there. Yeah,
I just remember one time we did slappers only, which is where and then we
that's
did
amazing.
we did rockets only.
Yeah,
But yeah, those days. I remember I went to basketball camp, and so when I was in that was when I was in 6th grade, so I was probably like 11 or 12 years old, and like video games is like you had in middle school you had like your divide. You had your like your preps and jocks and stuff, and then you had your like nerds, and the video games kind of fell the way of the nerds, except for GoldenEye. GoldenEye was the
yes,
game that everybody talked
everyone.
about. It didn't
Yeah,
matter who the hell you were. It was
yeah,
like you would hear the football quarterback talking about how he played
yeah.
GoldenEye all weekend. It's like, damn, that game's got some reach to it. And I love that game. I actually went back and played that game. It came out on Xbox a couple years ago, and I went back and played it all the way through. And I'm like, man, this is still a damn good game.
It
Like,
is good.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
one of the
just figured
ones.
with like Fortnite, like that type of, what I mean, like they'll be like, "There's nothing compares to Fortnite. This is."
I like Fortnite. I think Fortnite
I know, but that's
is.
what I'm saying. If nothing compares, something that's made in the '90s isn't going to compare to Fortnite.
Oh,
Fortnite's
oh yeah,
like,
oh yeah. And if you try to get one of my kids to try to play GoldenEye, they're gonna be like, "This is garbage.
yeah,
I can't dance on this thing, and I can't." Yeah. In that aspect, Fortnite is kind of ruining things, but I appreciate what it. Speaking of microtransactions, I think that's the way to do microtransactions, where it's like cosmetic stuff that's limited. I think that's
yes.
the way to do it, versus Gatorade points. I'm never gonna. I'm
The game
never.
is technically quote unquote free.
It is. There's no
Yeah,
limits. There's no limits though. That's what I love about it. There's no like, okay, you've played your 3 matches for today. That's the problem with mobile games is they run it by imposing a limit, like the Gatorade points, where you put like
yeah.
I hate seeing timers in video games. Like my wife, I love my wife. She's in here now. I'm probably gonna get smacked for saying this, but she likes to play the mobile games like Candy Crush, where it's like, and you ask her how much money she spent on Candy Crush. She's been playing Candy Crush probably for 10 years. She's probably only spent $5 because that woman is immune to ads. She is immune to ads.
Watch
If Netflix, if it has ads, yes, it doesn't bother her. YouTube, whatever. I, dude, as soon as I see an ad on YouTube, I flinch. I'm like, get it off. Like, I gotta get rid of it, But my wife is, yep, she's saying it right now. She's saying in chat. She said, "Yep, never, no, no money, $0."
$0. Yeah, there was some of those can get you where you're like, oh, I'll throw $1 in, and then you're playing a little bit. Oh, I'll throw $1 in, and then you're just like, hey, wait a minute.
Yep, that's how they get you.
Yeah.
But at least you're aware of it, though.
Characters cost like money. What's that?
I said, but at least you're aware of it. You just said you're aware of it. It's not like you look at your credit card one month and you're like, oh shit, $200. What happened here?
No, I'm off the mobile games, man. No more mobile games.
I was playing one time, and how they got you. It was a Final Fantasy game, and the way they got you in that game was like they locked all the good characters behind money. So it's like they'll give you like some, I call him like a little Bobo character. That's what you get, the Bobo character who has the haircut like your favorite character, but if you want your character, you gotta pay $10. I'm like, we won't be playing.
And then you can, like, and not just like you can have them now. You can never earn some of them.
Yeah.
Like some of them are only able to be purchased. Yeah.
And the best part about it is sometimes they'll put the timer at the bottom that says you have 1 day to buy this or it's gone forever. It's like, oh yeah, you're really trying to get at me here. Yeah, we're not doing that. No, we just won't play your game because if that's I'm very big on, like, my son a few months ago, he was throwing a fit in a restaurant. He's like, I want to play a game, I want to play a game. So like I downloaded this line game on my phone. That little guy was in one of the advertisements that I didn't know was in the game. He had already installed, like, installing something on my phone, and then it was trying to charge my credit card with Apple Pay.
Classic.
And I'm like, I said, what are you doing? He goes, Dad, I was just playing the ad and I wanted to buy it. And I'm like, no. So I went and paid $1.99 and got rid of all the ads. And I'm like, I would rather spend the $2 on that game that we all play now. Like we got our haircuts yesterday, and I handed my phone, and we're just making progress, and then I'll take it back.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they do.
They're like, give us $2. It's extortion. Give us $2 or your kid is going to spend $400.
That's not a joke. That's legit.
Yeah.
That's legit. And then try calling the company about it. Like, hey, you know, what happened here? I noticed that my son had spent $400. I'm like, do you have Face ID? Yes. That's your problem. That's not ours.
Yeah.
Click. That's funny. Do you know where DLC started?
No.
Okay. 2006.
Okay.
Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Horse armor. And I think it was $1.99 for the horse armor. So you could play the whole game, never spend $1. And then they had $1.99, you get horse armor. That was it. That was the very first piece of DLC.
And they were like, maybe we'll get people to pay, right?
And a lot of people pay. I didn't pay.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I think I was like 21 or 22. I was like, yeah, I'm not paying for the horse armor. Sorry. Just not going to do it.
Yeah. Now, like even the football games, like Madden, you have to buy stuff for your guy. Any of the WWE wrestling games, you have to buy stuff for your guy, and you have to pay to unlock certain characters and all that stuff now. Yeah. So maybe that's why people like nostalgic games, because once you've bought the game, you've bought everything.
Mm-hmm.
But with a new game, that's the starting point for what you're going to pay for this game. Like, I mean, you bring home a new game today, that's just the buy-in. Like,
so let me tell you, if Madden was my game, if Madden was the only game every year, and I dropped $200 a year on Madden, not going to complain about it. The problem is they don't want you to spend $200 just on Madden. They want to spread it out. They want you buying a new game every week. Every game's fighting for your attention. I just think that we've hit a point where the bubble has kind of burst for that concept of game. And yes, to your point, that is a very heavy factor in why I play, the older games. It's you get the complete game the way it is. And even like Zelda, the one that you play, the randomizer that we play, that's the Japanese 1.0 version. That's the original version that came out in 1991. All the exploits, all the glitches, they're all there, present. But that's a complete damn game. You can go start to finish. Most likely, 99% of the time, you're going to play that game and have zero problems. You're not going to have any issues. It just plays.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. It sounds beautiful. The controls are perfect. Like, 15 out of 10 game. Couldn't give it any less. It's just perfect. I mean, it's the best game ever made. And it's just, we're in a weird spot.
Randomizing it has made it, I would have burnt out already.
Yep. Yep.
I knew I wanted to get into, I liked the interactive part of streaming the games, because the people come in and you talk to them in the comments, and it's fun. It's they like watching, they like talking. But I would play this. It maybe after 5 runs of the whole game, because I would break it into 3 streams. I would just right when I finished the Light World, when I finished the Ice Palace, and then when I finished the game. So it was 3 streams each run through. I would do it for about I don't know, a little over an hour, and then one of the regular viewers talked me into playing at random, and then I was hooked, and I was like, look, maybe I'm lying to myself, but this is a different game every time I play it now.
Oh, it is. It is. It's a different game every time you play it, and I don't know. I would assume you've started thinking. I haven't really applied much logic to the game, which has been kind of my Achilles heel for a while. My dog is like freaking out. I don't know if you can hear her. She's like freaking out. She probably can't. She's right there at the door. And you can just, I don't, so a lot of people in my stream, they make fun of me because I still don't completely understand the logic. So like, so when I go to like I'll do I don't know if you ever seen it, but I'll go do like the dark rooms of like Eastern Palace, and they're all like, "Why did you go there? That's not in logic." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Fuck logic." Like I'm just like, forget about logic at this point. I'm gonna go with what I feel like doing. But I've tried to implement some of their concepts, and even I struggle. I've got, I mean, probably close to 10,000. It's got to be close to 10,000 hours in randomizer at this point,
Wow.
and
So now
it's
you're an expert.
yeah, professional, yeah. But you can't tell that. You come in and you're like, oh God, he's playing again. But to your point, yes, burnout is very real, especially playing the same game. I don't know how people can play the same games. I mean, I guess people always come in, they're like, yeah, you playing Link to the Past again? Well, no, it's randomized, dude. Completely different.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
The routing, there's things that still pop up, and I'm like, that's a thing? You can do that? Like, how in the world have I played this so many times? I still didn't know you could do all that. And you'll have somebody pop into your stream at some point. His name's Limp Bagel. His name's Andy, but he goes by Limp Bagel now. And he's
Okay.
like a wizard. He's like, if there's anybody, you know, like, he's like the Han from Fast and Furious.
Okay.
He just knows everything about everything. Like every routing, he knows about every logic.
Yeah.
He can predict what the enemies are going to drop because he's been watching your stream, and he'll be like, yeah, he's going to drop a full potion right here. And I'm like, how the fuck? You're like a magician, dude. How, you know, cool dude. Love him. He's really, really good, really smart. He'll probably pop in if he has never popped into yours before, and he'll be just telling you about what. He's the most logically sound person and randomizer I've ever met in my entire life. But
yeah, you do get a lot of, let's call it help. You get a lot of help in the
know-it-alls.
comments.
Know-it-alls.
Helpers. They're helpers.
Uh-huh. We're on the North Pole now, like delivering gifts.
Yeah.
There's a word for that. It's called backseat gaming, Brian.
Backseat game. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Here's what I hate to admit. Sometimes they help. For real, though.
Oh, all the time. Let me go let my dog out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
All right.
Come on.
I'll run this for a little while. What are we on? Watch, I'm going to try and...
Say hey, Brian. Say hey. I'm being noisy.
Hey. Aw, look at the little doggo.
All right, go downstairs. I'm sending Bentley down.
All right.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, she will.
No.
She'll squeal. She sounds like a little pig or something. She'll just sit there and squeal to get out.
So when you play yours, did the people at Randomizer make you a little custom
Character.
Right? Yeah.
So there's an app that you can make the character. So 2024, that's when I got into like the racing part of it, and I think it was my second race ever. Lord Hoyle, he had messaged me. He's like, I got a surprise for you today, and I'm like, oh, what? Surprises in my life are generally never good. I'm generally like, shit, surprise. But he like sent it over to me. He goes, here, go to the randomizer, type in this, and he's like, you'll be surprised. And I'm like, okay. And he had somebody on his community spend hours customizing my sprite, and yeah, that's my character. I'm known for wearing tank tops and my hat, but I'll be honest with you, it kind of looks like I have a bra on my head, and so people will come in and they'll be like, is that Wario? Or I've heard everything, so I just kind of lean into like whatever people interpret it as. But yeah, it's supposed to be me, Mini Max. I call him Mini Max.
Yeah. No, hey, I knew that it was, but that's podcast magic right there. Getting you to talk about
What, getting me to talk about myself? Don't do that, Brian. We'll be here all night. Don't get me going on some damn rant, because I'll literally be here all night talking about microtransaction horses and Gatorade Jordans, and it just happens. But yes, I give you about a year. I'm pretty sure you'll have your own character.
I just want this thing, the blue
I like that
jacket with the tigers on it. That's all
yeah,
I want.
That's epic, dude.
Now when I stream something, before I set it up, I thought I was being pranked. This is because it's all of a sudden started happening. I thought somebody did this prank, and I'm very impressed with the level of prank. About a week ago, every single person that was popping in that I wasn't aware of, like I wasn't familiar with,
yep,
just new people, to a person, every single one of them be like, oh my God, is Woody Harrelson streaming Zelda?
Oh no.
Every one of them,
No.
every single person. To where now I put in my thing, like what we're doing for the day. Like, hey, it's a completionist, or hey, it's a just a regular run, and then in parentheses, big capital letters, I am not Woody Harrelson.
People are such asses. But see, that's another thing that you did, right? It's fun when people come in, trolls come in. It's fun to like
Yeah,
reverse the tables and lean into it because then they shut up. You know, I would have never in a million years even thought. I mean, I somewhat see it now. You're a
yeah.
a much
That's what same
handsomer
with,
version, you know. But
but yeah,
no, I would have never have seen the connection at all.
I didn't either until they started saying it over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm his
but for it to
cousin
be
or
the
I'm his
same
uncle. I'm his
person,
brother. I mean, what what is wrong with people, dude?
but it happened so suddenly and so often that I thought someone had pranked me. Like,
No, maybe it's the same person just making new accounts. That's one of the
that's
problems.
dedication.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
respect that. Yeah.
yeah. The you would be surprised at how dedicated people are to being
Oh, I
trolls.
would not. I would not.
It's
I post stand up comedy videos, and if 100 people like them, if one doesn't, and I'll block them, not because they don't like it. If someone's like, "Hey, this isn't funny," I leave it up. That's fine. I if it would be insane to think if somebody didn't like something or thought it was not funny that I would be upset. But it's when like they'll just go relentless, like awful stuff, and then DM me, and I'll just block them because I'm like, I'm not gonna. And they'll just make a new account and send me the same message.
yeah. It's yeah. I know. Yeah, trust me, I get it.
Yeah, yeah,
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah,
yeah.
people are ruthless, and
Yeah.
main character syndrome. Well, that's what it is.
Okay.
They're the only ones who have an opinion on it. They're the only ones who
Yeah.
matter. They're the definitive answer, but they don't realize that there's, especially in what you do, there's a lot of interpretation. And
Yeah.
I think some of your videos that seem like they're pretty controversial, I don't think that it's very controversial because I understand the atmosphere of what you're doing it in. You're not doing it in a church. You're not
I'm
doing it
not
out at
walking
Toys R
into
Us.
someone's
People are buying
work.
tickets to come see you do what you do. And
Yeah.
then you post the clips, the highlight clips to generate buzz, which is what you do in your situation. It's like
Yeah.
you would think that you were just this horrible person sometimes because you make jokes. Okay, they're jokes. Like we know they're jokes. Now I will say, not you. There was a stand up. I'm not gonna. God, I think it was Chris Rock. I think it was like a year or 2 years ago. I actually had to turn it off because it was just distasteful. Like your jokes, they have a punch to them, whereas Chris Rock's are just hateful. I'm pretty sure it was Chris Rock. They were just hateful. I had to turn it off. I really did. I get it,
Oh no.
but to me, there's a difference between just being belligerently hateful and
Yeah.
having a punch. I think if there's a punch to it,
Yeah.
you kind of sit back and think like, that's funny.
Yeah. Because these are told in a room full of people who agreed to get together and make fun of stuff. I didn't walk into an office while they were at work
Right,
and be like, "Here's my opinions."
right, right.
Yeah.
It's a vibe. They're
But
paying
then
for the vibe.
the thing is, I guess let's defend these people for a second. The trollers.
Okay,
They are scrolling a feed.
true.
I feel they're agreeing to watch anything that comes across that feed.
True. And there's a reason why you
But they
came up on
might
their
be like,
feed.
I didn't sign up specifically to watch this video and feel like, how dare you put this across my feed? I don't like this. Like,
Yeah, but sometimes I wonder though, like maybe people don't realize like I don't even think you have to say anything anymore. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy or anything, but there's times that I think things and it pops up on here. So for me, if you're
yeah,
popping up on the FYP, you popped up on mine, so that must mean that we must have,
yeah,
besides Zelda, we have probably similar humor like
nice. Yeah.
styles and stuff. And so I almost, I guess they thought enough to leave you a nice comment. I guess they helped the algorithm. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they also they like to show you things you enjoy, but they love to show you things you dislike,
That is true.
so that you'll interact with it.
Yep,
And
you'll
yeah,
engage with it. Yep,
yeah. So they know what they're doing.
they're out to get you.
Yeah.
And them and their 20
Well,
accounts.
and I'm like, hey, you made the same spelling errors. I know it's you.
It was ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It came out so perfect with ChatGPT that they went back and said, no, it's too perfect. Make some grammatical errors, and they were too lazy, so they copy and pasted it. How can I sound like an outraged Karen online? I don't know. Ask ChatGPT.
Yeah. And I've been getting French people.
Why?
Not sure.
Huh.
French people not a fan of me. I don't think I can tour France.
Or do the Tour de France. I couldn't do that. That would be hard. I don't know. How do you sit on a bike for that many miles? I will never know.
I don't know, man. The weirdest thing, I went to college at Indiana University,
Okay.
and they have their big thing is a bike race called the Little Five. Yeah, the Little 500. It's the weirdest thing. Every fraternity, every sorority, every group puts together a team and they race them. Yeah,
No. I have a
yeah.
lot of
It's
family.
once.
I have a lot of family in Indiana,
Yeah,
so that's funny.
yeah. I grew up in Chicago, and then I went to college down there in southern Indiana. So
That's funny. That's the second time today I've heard Chicago. There was a guy I was working with earlier today, and he was talking about going. He said he's gonna go visit Chicago. I'm like, I heard it's nice. I've never been. I want to go.
yeah, no, yeah. I grew up there. I lived there for almost my whole life. Yeah,
That's crazy.
highly recommend.
So are you a Bears fan then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Oh
Bears.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay. You can roast me now. It's fine. I
Bears.
saw a little bit of the orange, but I didn't see the whole thing
Yeah,
until you
yeah.
moved.
That's
Yep.
that's a full blown Bears. Yeah. And
Yep.
then that feller back there is John Cena.
Who's that?
Directly behind me. Who's
Yeah,
John Cena?
Yeah, who is it?
He might have been the most popular professional wrestler for the last 20 years.
Yeah, I talked about wrestling like last week. I think it was seventh or eighth grade. My dad, he was like, "I'm gonna take you to go see a wrestling match." I'm like, "Sure, let's go." And we went to this WWE match, and there was no Rock, there was no Stone Cold Steve Austin, none of those people. And I
No.
asked my dad, I was like, "So what?" So because I don't know, I have weird perspectives, I guess. But like for instance, like I used to think teachers lived at school. Like I thought, I saw
Where
a
do they
teacher.
live? Wait a minute. Well, hold on. Wait. Where do they go? Where do they go?
I swear I saw a teacher. He was working at Best Buy. And I'm like, damn, did you get fired or did they let you out of the school? And he's like, what are you talking about? And I went home and I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, why was my teacher working at Best Buy? I thought they lived at the school. My mom was like, are you stupid? I'm like, hey, well, probably. Well, probably. But yeah, no. So
You're
WWE,
in the 11th grade. How did you not know?
so no, stop it. Okay. It was more like the fifth grade. Okay. Um, But yeah, we went to a wrestling thing, and I was very disappointed because there wasn't any of the people that I saw on TV. So I was like, I asked my dad. So I guess you can correct me. I asked the chat; they didn't tell me. So I'm assuming that not all of the wrestlers travel and they like kind of
No,
rotate.
no, 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 no. If you went to a non-televised one, you were deep into the roster. Like,
Hmm.
yeah,
Well, I didn't know the Globetrotters had a B team.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because we went.
Well, they do. They have a B team so that they can run 2 tours at once.
I feel shamed because I was a child again. We went to go see the Globetrotters. I knew like one or two of them. I can't think of their names anymore. But I was like,
Yeah.
all right, where are they going to come out? And my dad's like, I don't think they're here, son.
No, these are
And,
the.
and then Monster Jam's the same way. Monster Jam, they bring like whatever 6 are in rotation. We went to see Monster
Like,
Jam.
we came to see Bigfoot. We came here to see Bigfoot.
Literally,
and
because
Gravedigger.
I get kind of stuck on things. I get stuck on cars or wrestlers or basketball players and stuff. Like I want to see those people. It's kind of, imagine you're going to like Chicago Bull game and Jordan's not there. He just decided he's going to go play in another city today. You get the B team. You get Kukoc and Luke Longley.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say Dennis Rodman because I actually think Dennis Rodman's part of the. I think he's an elite player. I do. Me and my son had this argument the other day because he was like, "Dad, he's not any good." I'm like, "Dude, he can get the rebounds, dude." Like,
I'm pretty sure he's in the Hall of Fame,
is he?
right? Yeah, and that counts.
That's sick, actually.
The Hall of Fame for basketball is the weirdest one because it's not just the NBA. It's not just all of your accomplishments in college, high school, international basketball, all get taken into consideration. So
Really?
it's a basketball Hall of Fame. Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's cool.
You're
Like
gonna make me go down a rabbit hole tonight of looking at Dennis Rodman's like entire career, because
Dennis Rodman was in my college fraternity, not at the same university, but he was a yeah,
that's sick.
yeah.
I liked him. You know why I liked him? I liked him for like his antics. I liked his colorful
Yes,
hair. I liked his.
yes,
He just always seemed like he had grit to him. You know,
yeah,
and I think that Michael Jordan elevated him. You know, he was already a good player, and I think Michael Jordan was that secret recipe to get you to
yes.
the elite level.
And as a kid, you thought Rodman was the yin yang for Jordan,
Yep.
and then you get older and find out about Michael Jordan, and you're like, no, this was yin yin. They were both the same type of guy.
Right. Right. Well, don't forget about Scottie Pippen either, though, because Scottie
Yeah,
Pippen. I mean, you get any of those three players on a current roster, they're gonna pretty much anchor that team down. I mean, the
there,
Chicago Bulls were just freaking ridiculous.
there was a joke in Chicago all of the time. Michael Jordan had like a steakhouse or whatever, and he had a cologne,
I had his
Michael Jordan
cologne.
cologne, and you're like,
I had his
and you'd
cologne.
be like, oh, I got the imitation Michael Jordan cologne. It smells like Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, no, that was. I think that was like sixth grade. It was a clear bottle with a black top, and I think it had a
Yeah,
basketball in the middle, like carved out of it. And you were hot
yes,
shit. You were hot shit as a sixth grader if you had the Michael Jordan cologne. I remember it was the Jordan, what were the Air Jordan, whatever those, the
yeah,
black and red ones with the hologram on it. It was those shoes. I mean, you were tough stuff if you had all the Michael. He was the thing back then. You know, he probably still is
yes.
now. He's kind of legendary at this point. But yeah, just if you can't tell, Chicago Bulls are my favorite basketball team of all time.
Nice. Yeah, obviously mine too. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think there was a basketball game that I played and they weren't in the game, and I was, or like speaking of like the B rosters, like they were in the game, but it was like 3 or 4 unknown players of the roster, like roster
Larry
real deep into.
Kristoiak.
Yeah, like what? And I think it was spelled what, Stoic or something. I don't know, boo, but like it was so disappointing to see them have that low rating, but you knew they were like
Yes.
the elite because they didn't want to pay the money to get Michael Jordan in the
Right.
game.
Yeah. He was play or G player, guard player.
Yep.
They put him in there. Do you know right now any player on the Bulls?
Yes, I know one.
I do not. They just you know how they just kind of flipped the roster and traded everybody away.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I don't know anyone on the entire team right now.
Well, the one guy that I had, I can't think of what his name is right now, but see, I do fantasy basketball,
Giddy?
and I don't know, like 2 or 3 years ago, he was on my team. I'm like, oh, it's a Bulls player, and he was actually really good. And then he broke his ankle or something. I'm like, oh shit, I got a good player. He broke his
Would it,
ankle, so I
would
had
it
to put
be
him on.
Zach Levine?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe he didn't
Yeah,
break
he's
it.
long gone. Yeah. Yeah, they traded everybody away.
I just kind of feel like maybe there's a problem with me. I think that might be it. I feel like everything has lost its luster, like movies, video games, music. Like I like to listen to music that's way off the beaten path, but like NBA basketball, like I tried to watch it the other day and the court was so colorful, like I could barely see anything going on with it. Like it was so bright and
Oh,
colorful.
you were watching one of those NBA Cup games.
Whatever it was, and I'm just
No,
like
they do a mid-season tournament and then they decorate the court.
I just
It
would
looks
rather.
ridiculous.
I want to get rid of all that. I want to go back to like where the players can excel, and the shoes are probably my favorite thing. I like to look at their shoes, but it just doesn't seem the same anymore. Like I don't know. I think that we kind of peaked about what 2006, 2007, maybe when Kobe,
Yeah.
whenever he decided to retire, because he's one of my favorite players too. I like Kobe Bryant. Um, I'm a big Steph Curry fan too. I like Steph Curry, but I think he's about to. I think his time is about to come. Every other week, it's his hips broke or hip contusion, and he's out now with his left wrist hurts, and it's like I just can't.
Yeah, he might run. With that thing about the music and all that, I used to make fun of my dad for the music he listened to. Be like, this is corny or whatever. And he goes, well, you're, 15, 16 years now. When you're 30, that'll be the last new song you ever put into your new. Yeah, you will never listen to a song made after you were 30 years old. I'm like, no, I'm going to be listening to the cool music my whole life.
That
I
is
can't
true.
think of a new song that I've, put into my, normal rotation of songs I listen to that's less than 15 years old.
I wonder why.
You just done learning new things.
So speaking
There's
of
going to
that
come a
though,
time where I'm like, I'm not learning a new person's name. I'm not.
so I pick up on like so first and foremost, let me just get that out of the way. I'm a hypocrite, so I already
Okay.
know.
Fantastic.
This
Yeah.
is something about me I've known for a long time. So like I'll tell you
Yeah.
like I don't like spaghetti, and then you're gonna catch me eating spaghetti, and I'll be like, oh, I like spaghetti today. So this lady on XM Radio, she's the host. I think her name's Madison on Alt Nation.
Okay.
She said she was at a photo shoot. I don't know who her boyfriend or whatever is, but she was on a photo shoot with him, and this lady came up and the lady was like telling her, she was like, have you heard of my rock station on XM Radio? It's called Alt Nation. She goes, I only listen to 90s music. I wouldn't even know what that is, but it sounds terrible anyways. And the lady's like, ugh. Madison goes, that's 90s music? That's terrible. I can't stand 90s music, okay? A week later, Madison's on, and this new song had just launched, and she goes, it has a crazy, awesome 90s vibe to it. And I'm like, you stupid. I was like, you literally just blasted this lady at a photo shoot for liking 90s music, but now you all of a sudden like it. And I get it. I'm a hypocrite, so I can pick one out of the crowd when I see one. But I just told my wife, I was like, man, not only does she talk too much, but I was like, she's a hypocrite too. Because I like 90s music. I like all music. I think if you have good music and I hear it and it vibes with me, then I'm good with it. But a majority of the stuff that's on the radio nowadays, I don't know what we're listening to. I'm a big anti-Taylor Swift fan. So,
Oh no! Oh
yeah,
no!
yeah,
Oh no! I'm a proud Swiftie.
you're a Swiftie. Yeah, my wife is too. It makes it difficult in our relationships, a strain. So, but I mean, some of her songs are catchy. I'm tired of hearing about her. I think that's what it is.
Well, once she wrote the song about Florida, I was like, I'm in. I'm a forever fan. 'Cause she wrote one called Florida. So
Oh my gosh. If I'm not wrong, though, she does write her own music, right? Like she does her own.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what makes
But and I gotta give her props. That tour that she did, what is it, the Forever tour or whatever, literally lasted forever. I mean,
yeah. It was the Eras tour, and she would sell out
uh huh.
in one city. She would sell the football stadium out
Yep.
on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Three. I'm like, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can't sell the stadium out 3 days in a row.
True. Not
Yeah.
even with Tom Brady.
No.
She was selling out the stadiums. She was selling out the parking lots. Like people were selling like, come
Yeah.
do a Taylor Swift jam. You can kind of hear it, from the stadium.
Yeah.
In the parking lot. $20.
It's insane. Yeah. The only like people in their 40s, the only person this famous we ever saw was Michael Jackson.
That is true.
Yeah, and other than that, like I've never seen anyone that famous in my life.
That is true. And when they took Britney from us too. I mean, I miss Britney Spears was pretty popular, but yeah, no, I'm
I
a
thought she was going
huge
to be the most.
I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan though. I really am. I think his music's iconic. That's probably so cliche to say, but I don't know. There's at least 10 of his songs that are like in my rotation.
You would have loved the wedding I was at. The band did a Michael Jackson opened with a Michael Jackson medley.
Yes.
Just running one song into the next. Yeah.
Yeah, would have been. That's right up my alley. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn,
You're like,
you got
okay, I can handle 45 seconds of a song, and then
you got me thinking
give me the
about
next one.
your dad though. You got me thinking about your theory there because that's like I've been ever since
Right.
you have said the theory. That makes total sense.
Yeah. I thought he was full of it too, and then I'm like, wait a minute.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah.
I say that too often because it's so true.
Yeah. When you're about 30, that's the last new song you're ever gonna accept into your life.
Well, do you think that's because we are a creature of comfort, or and not willing to hear stuff, or do you think it's because the times
you're just
change?
not as cool as you think you are. Like,
Yeah.
like I'm 30. When I'm 30, I think like, ooh, I'm still cool, and you're like, you're getting old. Like, and then, 40, mid 40s, you're like, am I using cap right? That's cap. Like,
Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, my 16-year-old man. We had a conversation one time. It was cap and glizz and glaze, and I'm like, all of that sounds sexual. No, that none of that sounds good. That all sounds very bad. He goes,
it's all
come at me.
semi-English words, but yeah.
Well, just imagine in 20 years when you have to go to the doctor to get some sort of thing, and those are the kids that are going to be your doctor, and they're going to be using that terminology. Like Idiocracy.
The doctor walks in, he goes, not going to lie, on God, don't look good for you.
Cap, no cap.
Okay.
You have seen Idiocracy, right?
Yes. I didn't know it was a documentary, but yes, I have seen it.
They did invent Crocs.
Yeah. Oh, geez, I forgot they did because
Yeah,
we wanted to put a shoe in that looked like only idiots would wear.
I like, and you know what? I was against Crocs for so long until my wife secretly bought me a pair and just put them like by the door. Didn't even say anything, just put them by the door.
Good for you for
And
giving in.
and I
They're
just
so
slipped them
comfortable.
on, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, this just
Yeah.
changed my life. I don't have to wear socks half the time. Like
Right.
they're,
Yeah.
I look ridiculous, you know. I have the orange ones now that are in the movie. They look like I'm straight up like from Idiocracy.
People are gonna think you were in the county jail and you just took them home
Yeah.
with you.
Yes, that might be why I get the stairs at the grocery store.
It's definitely why you get the sticker. Like,
Yeah, you don't have to pay for your
they
milk
pulled our
today.
kid close. That guy was in jail.
Do you see a tattoo under his eye? No, there's no teardrop there.
Oh yeah, that's a bad one.
Yeah. Or is it? You know, what if it's just a defense mechanism to keep people away from them?
Yeah. You just want to be people to stay away from you.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, Idiocracy. I have. Yeah, we're living in it right now. I think we're living in it.
Yeah. And then I don't know the way out. And then have you ever booked 1984?
Booked it?
No, the book 1984,
No,
written by Orson Welles.
no. Do I need to?
I didn't know it. And then my wife, we were on a road trip, and she had me listen to like drama version of it, like an acted out version of it, and I'm like, oh, that's what's going on right now.
George Orwell. Okay. Joel's
George
in
Orwell.
here.
Yeah. What did I say? Orson Welles. Did
Yeah.
I say Orson Welles?
Yeah, you did.
I apologize. Hey, I apologize for being not that smart.
No, it's okay. I think
Yeah,
you
George
got.
Orwell, or because it's
I'm pretty
Orwellian.
Yeah, I've got somebody
It's
in the
called
chat.
Orwellian. Yeah.
I've got somebody in the chat that's been here like the whole time, and like anytime like they're like right in this thing with us here, Joel. So
Okay, good.
Joel must be one of your
Because
regulars.
he's absolutely right. I did that on purpose so that we could get more comments.
The engagement, yeah.
Yeah, I said the wrong author's name on purpose.
We just peaked 10 viewers. I appreciate it, Brian.
Look at that. Hey.
Oh, that's funny. No, here. Let me type it on my phone really quick. You said 1984 the book. Is it good?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, don't spoil anything for me. Okay.
Okay.
It has an eye for a cover. Don't spoil anything for me because I'll actually try to force myself to read it.
This is not a spoiler. It's where the term Big Brother came from.
Okay.
That's just it's. I'm not spoiling anything, but that's where the term, like Big Brother's watching over us. And you mentioned it, like you can just think about something, and you're gonna get ads for it on your.
Well, so
like,
for
Facebook
me,
feed.
it started for me 20 years ago. No, not 20, not that quite that long ago. I'm sorry. Let me go back. It was 15 years ago. I had went to the grocery store. I had bought a 6-pack of Newcastle beer. Didn't say Newcastle, didn't have a picture of Newcastle, nothing. Just went home, cracked it open, and on Facebook there was the ads for Newcastle beer. I told my wife, I was like, I didn't say the name, I didn't do anything. I don't have any idea. This was 15 years ago, so no idea what could have triggered.
Did you pay with cash?
No.
That.
Yeah.
And then you probably had your debit card or whatever linked to the
Yep. But that's crazy. Yep. Think about it, because like
it is. It's insane.
But now it's different. Now it's. There was something the other day I was thinking about it, and there it was on TikTok. There was no verbal. There was no pictures. Just I was thinking, there it is. I'm like, oh shit. So we broke a different plane here. I think we've got to the conscious level or whatever it is.
Yeah, we had to take our dog to the vet, and I started getting ads for the very specific problem that the dog had. It was arthritis in his hind legs, and I was like, I mean, oddly specific ads to an oddly specific condition.
But what?
I'm like, all right.
But what? Why advertise that though?
Right.
I mean, because are you gonna
So
like?
no, they wanted me to buy the
medicine
supplements that I could give my dog that would cure him.
Yeah, we're getting too deep into it now. That's crazy.
Okay.
No, I mean that's I'm just saying that's nuts. Like, like why? Like, yeah, my dog she has arthritis in her knees right now.
Yeah.
So pretty soon, I'm like, they said she's 10. I think they said by like 11 or 12 she might not be walking anymore. And I'm like, damn it, dude.
Yeah, I know, but she's little. It looked like I saw you were able to hold her.
Yeah, Yeah, she's like
Yeah.
8 pounds.
Yeah.
And I got a Chihuahua puppy right now. I can hear her. She's yipping right now. She's like, "Let me out of here! Let me out!" She has like a
Oh man,
little play area she plays in.
the bravest chicken dogs you'll ever.
She's
They're
tough,
brave,
dude.
and then they get confronted, and then
She if you ever are scrolling like your TV or something, this will be something you never do, but maybe if your phone's nearby, it'll probably pick it up. But if you're ever scrolling through like anything, and a Chihuahua pops up, that's like his name is Nacho, and he does like the American like kennel, like he'll walk around with a little leash and everything. If you ever see him, right, that's her uncle. Just remember that. That's her uncle.
she famous.
She's her uncle is the #1 short-haired Chihuahua in the United States, and he's all over. Like I'm probably gonna have it on my phone when I get off here in a little while. I'll be scrolling.
Oh, for sure.
There's Nacho.
Like the Westminster Dog Show and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. We actually met him when we got her. He was sitting there laying on a little cot. He was sleeping. He has a little cot and a little fence, and he was just sitting there just sleeping. And I'd go up and I petted him.
Just
I'm
with
like,
aura, just aura, the aura of the.
dude, he has some serious, no joke, like seriously, and the aura is real. Like you can see it. Like you can tell this dog's pampered. Like he even has his own handler. Like
You're lucky you got to meet him. Okay, I'm a little jealous today.
Yeah, I tried to get his signature, but he wouldn't get out of the cot. I'm just saying. It wasn't a Saturday. It was a Sunday. But that's.
Do you think anyone? We'll go straight into back. Do you think anyone will ever? Or I'm asking you for advice on this. For us, it's Zelda related.
Okay.
Who should what's to race somebody?
Yeah.
Should I take on somebody that's like that watches me sometimes, just like because I feel like as far as race level talent, I'm just like I'm at the level of a random guy.
I think you're pretty good.
Some random guy.
I think you're pretty good. So I think that you should. I think you should, but you need to make sure that whoever are you wanting to do it like how we are doing it, like live, or you wanting to do it where because there's plenty of ways you can do it. Like you could do where you roll a seed and you could do like the race seed and then you could send it to them and say, hey, I got 2 hours and 5 minutes on this. What's your best time? And then they tell you what their time is, or you can bring it onto your stream and do it together.
All right.
Yeah, I think you should. I enjoy.
My only concern would be the other person would be all about it. Like, oh, I want to do, and then get kind of nervous and then back out.
Oh yeah. Well, the nerves is real. The nerves is 100% real. I mean, it's different when you're doing it in your living room or laptop or something versus bringing it on stream. But you got to start somewhere. And I think you should do it. I think. Are you still doing like 100% runs? Are you doing like? Yeah. So you got to get.
I guess I'd have to do a couple where I at least try to just get there as quick as I could.
Yeah, but you got to break yourself of now. Like break yourself of it, because I think if the more you go into, you're gonna have a hard time. Like, ooh, I missed a chest. I gotta go get that chest, because that's the problem that I have sometimes. Like, I want to go get it, but you have to like disconnect that.
Okay, if it's a race, right? Because my normal one, I think people who have come back to watch me again have come to expect that I'm going to get everything, and they'll even be like, hey, you forgot the old man on the top of the mountain.
But so listen to this. You could just lean into that, and when you do your race, it could just be an all 100% race. Since nobody else is really doing it.
Look at you, marketer. You're giving me.
I think that would be pretty cool. No, I mean it depends.
I don't disagree with you.
You'll have to make a decision. Do you want to? I'm sorry, I can't tell if I got a booger. You need to make a decision if you want to go for lower times, or if you want to work on 100% time, because the further you keep getting into randomizer, and you, I don't know if you've experienced this yet or not, but it will actually like niche you into a, even if it is 100%, like you just said, people are expecting that from you. So if you don't do that, then they'll come in and be like, ooh, yeah, I don't like that. So that would be your decision.
Not to give away how the sauce is made, but if you go as fast as you can, the stream's over.
That is true.
But if you're on there a little longer, and then someone's got a shot to pop in and drop some things and follow you and stuff like that, so there's a balance between You don't want to go too long so people are like, when's this going to end? Like,
Yeah, well, yeah. So
but no, that's just my thoughts. I'm not saying one's right or
no, you're completely no. Hey, the stuff that you said about building engagement and the timepiece is completely correct. You've got my wheels turning in my head, so I'm trying to think of like an eloquent response. Eloquent. What is that even word? Eloquent, like a nice response.
yeah.
No, because you're right, and like you said earlier, kind of when you switch gears to something else, it doesn't. That's all part of that algorithm thing. They don't like it when you toss up with you know, they don't like messing with the layout. They kind of like if there's a layout that works, they kind of like you to stick to that. Everybody's is going to be different. Like you could do the same layout as somebody else, you're going to get different results. Plus, there's a time frame you have to do it. But you are completely correct about ending the stream early, which is one of my Achilles' heels, believe it or not.
Of you ending it too soon or too late?
Yeah, well, yeah, because I can finish the seed between an hour and a half and 2 hours, and then the stream's over.
Yeah.
But I do. We did a nightmare seed 2 weeks ago, I think, and it took 10 hours, I think, something like that. So
Oh my,
so
that's
I
a
kind
full
of
shift.
yeah.
You work the shift.
I kind of feel like it's a balancing act. I mean, I played Ocarina of Time back in November. It was 16 hours, and so I beat Ocarina of Time in one sitting. So for me, I guess I kind of do like the randomizers. Hey, I'm gonna beat it. If it's an hour and a half, that you get an hour and a half, because I do give those streams that are 10 hours or 16 hours or
Okay.
everybody wants a 24-hour stream, but it's just like I don't, with my family and everything, I don't think I can do that. I can't fit that in. I
No.
don't think that's possible. So I think you just have to find. I honestly think that you might be locked into 100%. And if that's
Yeah.
and if that's the case, then I think I might even want to throw my hat in and be like, "Hey, let's just do it. Me and you will just show down for who can beat the game 100%." That'd be your comfort area. It's not my comfort area because I don't do it. And if I get to the credits and I'm at 215, then oh shit, like I'm not gonna win.
No, you said it. You said it to where you can't do it unless you have 216.
Oh, you're talking about the you can't even touch Ganon.
Right. Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds fun. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
I've done it, and I'm now. We're candid here. This is podcast. We're pulling the curtain back. I've done them a couple times where I know that I left one behind. Like say the ledge, the graveyard ledge,
Okay.
or like one where it's kind of I know where I didn't do it, and it's easy to have passed over, but I know I didn't do it, and I'll get to the end and be like, oh no, where did I mess up? And I know exactly where it is. And people will give me suggestions, and I'll go look at those other
terrible.
places.
You are terrible. You're baiting. Just straight out of the Idiocracy book, he says, "Hey, don't bother me. I'm baiting."
And I'll just go where I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. Let's go check that to see if that's there.
So you're not in this. So no, you should not do races. Races are not for you, okay? Because I'm gonna win, and you're gonna be like, "Nah, I'll let you win." I knew everything was.
No. I'll give you your flowers if you win, and you probably would. But I would be like, I tried as hard as I could, and I came up 75% short.
Yeah, no, that's fun. No, I like what you do. I like it. I like to see from where you started a few months ago to where you are now. It's crazy, and like I said earlier before we started, I was like, I like the noises. I like the sound effects that you're putting in. I like. You're putting a lot. So you are saying you like. I don't want to share the sauce, but you're sharing what makes this app the way it is. It's not the gameplay, it's the person playing it. It's all the entertaining features that you can put into it. It's what you can do differently than everybody else, and that's what you're doing all that.
Thank you. And here's how I greatly appreciate that, because professional wrestling, I'll bring it back to this, has guys that are phenomenal in the ring. The physical match they put, and they also have guys though who are good on the microphone talking to the audience. And you need both.
Yeah.
So like there's I scroll through and I'm like, I can learn stuff from people. I'm like, I'm nowhere near as good at this game, but as this guy, so I can learn some of the technical stuff of the game, but you have you're in the sweet spot of like being, entertaining and having a personality, but also like a killer at the game, like very good at the game. So
well, I appreciate that. That's a compliment.
I lean on my skills, which is I'm a clean player. Like I'm good at the game. I'm clean. I know where, I'm good at it. I'm not great at it, but I'm good at it. But I lean into being very engaging and funny and
And
conversational
I
with
think
people.
that you
Like,
just
yeah,
keep playing the game. I think that piece will come together because you like you
yeah,
just said, I know exactly where I missed a piece. So you obviously your wheels are turning, and it's not easy. It's not. It's not easy talking to people, remembering things, remembering what checks you've done, where to go next,
yeah.
how to route it. Like, oh, we're talking about dinner now. Okay. Oh, wait, we're gonna talk. You know, and I'm not saying, and you can tell what you're doing is working because you do have. I don't know. What would you say? What is your average on TikTok? Like 80 people that come in, 100.
That's fair. That's fair. Sometimes I'll get it, and I'm like, oh, I've been at this for a little while, not cracking 50, and then for no reason, giant flux of people come in
Yeah.
for a while, and I'm like, oh man, let me hopefully I can hold on to these people for a little while.
Yeah,
Like,
and so what? So I still don't quite understand. I don't understand. I don't know whether they're just not sending the notifications out to some of your
yeah,
followers, and they're only sending out to certain people, and those people are the ones. I don't get that aspect because to me it's like, how many followers do you have? Like 40,000, 50,000?
41,300.
Right.
I
So
don't keep track that.
I scrolled through the other day and and I get it. Like I get everybody's different, but somebody had like 1 million followers. But they had 2 people in the room,
Yeah,
and it's
it's
like
that.
how? That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
there was a famous guy that from the Big Brother reality show, and he was playing the original. And my brother made fun of me. He goes, "Oh, you and the TV celebrity playing the same video game online." But he was playing A Link to the Past on. That's probably why it came across my feed. And he's famous, and he only had like 10 or 15 people watching. So
Right.
yeah,
So to me it's okay, so this isn't like a rant, but to me I don't get the logic behind if I get like everybody's different, but like there'll be people there's somebody that has 50 followers, you'll go in, they have 700 people in the room.
yeah, I
So
don't. Yeah,
so my logic is if you have 1 million followers, are you not going to know how to maintain 700 people better than somebody that has 50? I'm just saying because I have been stuck in this like it's like a number like I fluctuate probably from 30 to 60. That's where I kind of like hover at. Like a year ago I was sticking right around 30. I had a big push in like October of 2025 actually, and I think I was averaging like 90. And then all of a sudden once Christmas left that went away, and I'm not ungrateful because I love like everybody. It's just I don't
yeah.
understand logically um, how they determine like so for me it just doesn't make any sense because if you have 1 million followers you're telling me only 3 people are watching your live out of your 1 million people that are going to get notified.
It's amazing to me.
Like that
And then
doesn't make
there's some.
sense.
You'll scroll through, and like someone will have, like you said, 5,000 followers, say, on a live, and not a video game. They'll have like a math problem using the order of operations, like one of those where it says, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
And there'll be 400 people in that live arguing over the
they'll be like
answer
is
to the
this
math
answer
problem.
7 or is it 5, and
Yeah,
it's like
yes,
you have to go in
yes, yes.
yeah. Yeah, and that was kind of when my brain shifted. It was probably about 2 years ago. uh I was part of their live fest that they do. I don't know if you're familiar with live fest from this last year or not, but live fest is like
Yeah.
their big like celebration.
I hammered it hard.
Yeah, so I got to like the like I needed one more round, and I was gonna go to Vegas, and I was so excited about it. And then the guy that beat me was a guy playing Roblox, riding a motorcycle, and he wasn't even playing the game. I swear he wasn't even playing. He was just sitting there screaming at the screen. Like every time somebody sent him a galaxy, he would scream, and I was laughing.
Yeah, so he gamed the system pretty
Yeah.
well then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They reward. So speaking of algorithms, since we're on that topic, they would rather 1,000 people come in and send a rose than they would having one person send 100 galaxies. They would rather have those roses give because I guess it's showing engagement between more people.
And those people are on the app watching the ads.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. They are. So,
Yeah.
but you're doing all the things that you're doing. They are working, and I think that you're exciting to watch. You're fun. A lot of people come in. Like I said, they'll come in and they talk about you, and it doesn't bother me because I like it. I go into yours. I don't get to hang out much, but like if I'm folding
Yeah.
laundry downstairs, I say this all the time. If I'm folding laundry downstairs or I'm eating lunch or if I have a minute, because I try to keep my phone away when the wife is here and the kids.
Good call. No, that's good marriage.
Right.
That's a good marriage. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not.
I try not to go on when like yourself or like Jason or someone like that's on. It just because I'm like, there's a lot of viewer overlap.
It doesn't matter.
I've noticed. It doesn't matter. Okay.
No, and I appreciate you saying that, but the fans like it because you got to think about it.
Okay.
Especially the ones that have 80.
Back and forth, then.
Yeah, they literally just go up and down, up and down. You'll see them pop in. I'm like, and see, we could do something sometime, maybe like me, you, or Jason, or me, you, Jason, Lord. We'll all roll the same seed. We'll all do our own streams. We won't even talk to each other. And we'll just see who can beat it the fastest. Or
Nice.
we'll have to do it all completions because I've done one, and I think you're locked into it.
Yeah, that's my that's my Freebird. Like like Leonard Skinner trying to not play Freebird, they'll be like, what's going on?
Yeah, we're gonna leave this place. You better play it. Last song. Where do we went to a concert? No, it hadn't been too long ago, and it might have been Modest Mouse. I think it might have been last year. Yeah, it was last year. It was Modest Mouse, and they didn't play Float. And I was like, they had packed up. They were done. And I'm like,
arrested?
I was so pissed. And then he comes back out, like everybody was starting to boo and stuff. And then they like came back out and they're like, "Oh, I guess you guys want to hear this. My bad." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's the one
thing."
They
knew what they were doing. They knew.
They were Brian it. I knew I didn't get cape in the graveyard. I'm gonna go do it now though.
Good stuff.
So, what games you said earlier that have worked for you? You said Jaws.
Jaws. That's the weirdest one. The Nintendo game Jaws. I can retain some viewers. I tried Contra.
Yeah, that one's kind of weird.
It's if you're not flying through,
speedrunning it,
win without getting killed. Yeah. Then it's just.
Yep. Yep. That's what they.
Because that's one of those speedrun ones. Because some people are into really into speedruns, and that's one they watch for the speedrun, and I totally understand. Yeah.
And Mario 64 is the same way.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've streamed that one a few times. It doesn't do really well, but then like there's people that have the timer up with the world record goal on it, and that one seems to do pretty well. I guess because people like to. I guess I don't know. I guess they like.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And I can beat Mike Tyson on the Mike Tyson's Punch Out. But I've played that, and I run into the problem of I'll be playing it, and they'll be like, "Oh, what's your PB on this game?" And I'm like, "I'm not that good."
Yeah, I guess because there are some people that do, and there are people that play these games on here that don't even know what PB stands for, like peanut butter and jelly, like.
Okay.
I guess because you play games, you're automatically in the secret society of speedrunners.
Yeah, but like, the thing with the Mike Tyson's Punch Out, it's a 15 to 8.
I like that.
It's a 15 to 18 minute game. You know what I mean? So if you're not speed running it, they have no interest in watching you play that game. Like,
yeah, I have only beat that game once, and that was at my friend's house. We used to play it all the time, and his mom like came home from work with a game Genie, and she was like, "Here," and with a little, you remember the little hand, and it would make the noise every time you pick the letter, and we actually beat, was it Mr. Dream?
Okay, it was Mike Tyson for a couple of years, and then it was Mr. Dream for almost the whole run of the game.
Mm-hmm. That was the one that we got stuck on him. And she brought home Game Genie, and we took him out. We took Mario Brothers 2 out. We took TMNT out. Mario Brothers 1, all with Game Genie. So I don't ever consider those beaten.
I remember the Game Genie was I needed it for Zelda 2, the gold cartridge, the adventure, the side-scrolling one. Yeah.
Oh, not that game.
Because the Game Genie one, you put in the codes, and it just gave you all of the spells you had.
The magics and everything, the spells.
Yeah.
That game is one of the hardest games I've ever played.
I 100% agree. And the first time I completed that one with a 000 for games played was like an event in my life when I was like... I think
That
I was
one
10 or 12 years old.
does really good.
Oh, if you it does.
Yes. So Zelda 1 does
Uh-oh.
good, Zelda 2 does good, but Zelda 2 it does really good when you have a lot of people kind of directing you what to do and how to do it. Kind of like how you said with Link to the Past, there is that
Yeah.
aspect. I guess once enough people start commenting on it, like, "Hey, did you do this?" or "Hey, did you go there?" I'm trying to think. God damn it, I had a thought and I just like flew out. So
It'll
Zelda
come
2,
back when you're in bed. You'll be in
yeah,
bed just laying there.
damn it. But Zelda 2 is a good one. It does. Oh! Right now, I think Mario's trending. The original 3 Mario's.
Okay.
Because I've seen a lot of smaller creators doing Mario 1, and they had like 9 to 1,000 people in there.
Okay.
And that's the only time that I've actually broke 1,000 one time, and that was on Mario Brothers, the original.
Super Mario. Okay.
Yep. Get a timer on there and just be like, all right, just gonna try to beat my personal time, and just set 7 minutes as my personal time, and just kept trying to do it. I didn't get anywhere near the
Yeah.
time, but people enjoyed it for sure.
For
They
sure.
like
And
they
everyone
like
knows that one.
Yeah, and they like watching you fall down the hole, miss a jump. They love that.
Yeah, the one I believe it's World 8-2, where you have to run off of the tube onto the two bricks and then across.
Yep. Nope. I'm good.
With the where people give you help.
Yes. Yep.
Then I haven't found a super nice way to where, because I'm playing a random version of the Zelda game where they insist I go to the spot where the item is in the vanilla version of the game.
Yeah.
And they're right. They've played the game a few times. They know where this item is. And I'm like, oh no, the item's not there. They're like, the hell it is. That's where it is. Go back and get it. And I'll go back and I'll be like, oh hey, look, it's a red
Rupee.
ruby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. That bothers me. It does. Because it almost does feel like trolling. It has to be. And unless I'm just really, I am super sensitive. But to me, it almost just feels like they know it's not. You're playing as a
But
different
they
character.
don't is the weirdest part. The weirdest part is they don't. I know they don't. I just feel like they don't, or they wouldn't. They're just like, they know something in their heart, and it can be no different. You can tell them no. They're like, no, everything I know about the truth is that it's right there. And I'm like, but no, this is a different version of the game.
This is
They
completely
didn't make another
randomized.
version of the game. What are you talking about? Like,
It's like when they see my character, they're like, wait a minute, something's off here. The game looks
yeah,
very similar, but the character looks different. What did you do? And I'm like, oh, he dressed up as something. Don't you wear different clothes every day?
yeah.
Do you wear the same outfit every day? And they're like, oh, yeah, good idea.
I've run into some fun with that too, is picking the character. Like, and then we got a couple of my regular people. We've all decided Pikachu just can't catch a break because I've never. So now whenever spoiler alert, whenever I roll out Pikachu, all of a sudden the game's not going to get beaten, and I can't find some stuff. And
Oh, come on. Is that
yeah,
real or is that the sauce?
the first couple of times it was real. I just couldn't. I got stuck because I didn't know about. I didn't know. I'm pretty new, so I didn't know that some of them were impossible
Yeah.
without saving and quitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that some of them you have to save and quit.
Yeah.
So
I
once I got to the point where I couldn't save and quit, I just assumed I messed up, and so I was like, "Well, I lost." So
It's over for me.
yeah,
Well, it was like whenever. So the same person who told me to do randomizer, she told me, she's like, have you done blacksmith yet? And I'm like, I can't do blacksmith because I don't have the mirror. She goes, save and quit. And I'm like, what is that? I was like, that's not going to do anything. I was like, I've played this game too many times. And she goes, just trust me. Go get the blacksmith, save and quit. I didn't know the blacksmith would follow you to the sanctuary. I didn't know that. So, and sure enough, now that, and then the purple chest is the same way. So you can go get the purple chest, save and quit at the church, take it down, turn it in. So there is a couple times. Oh, hold on.
am I on now?
Yeah.
Again. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you did lose signal.
Am
You're
I
good
back
now.
or no?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. No, I had to unplug. My phone was down to 4,
Oh,
and I got it back up to 27 though, so we're good to go.
my God. Here comes all the comments. Is it Android or is it Apple?
Oh no.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's a T-Mobile Sidekick.
I missed that phone.
Oh man,
I
that was
missed
the
that
first
phone.
one, man. That was the
Yeah.
first one with buttons
But
where you could type.
I kind of, I went phone shopping not too long ago. I kind of feel like all the phones are the same now. They like just look the same. They all
Yeah,
have goofy camera patterns on the back. I mean, phones used to be
they tried
fun.
a couple of things that, hey, maybe we'll like this, like the one that folded,
Oof.
and then they were like, no, we like one thing. We like it about this size, hand sized, and we.
I saw the fold phone at Best Buy, and I'm the market for that. I'm like, ooh, it's quirky, it's different. So I like looked at it,
Yeah.
and just the display model already had the line in the middle where it had been folded shut so many
Yeah.
times. I was like, yeah, no way.
Okay.
And then apparently they just came out with a triple fold phone that just came out. That the Samsung triple trifold, it literally folds in three different.
Right.
It literally folds out to like an iPad size, and it folds back in. I'm like, yeah, that's just more things to break.
Yeah.
So $2,000
You
phone.
have?
I'm
Are
like,
you your Android or your iPhone?
I'm iPhone. I've been iPhone since the original, and I've had
Yeah.
some Androids here and there, but for the most part,
All
this
right.
is what I
Well,
stuck with.
it's good. It's good not to be talking to another poor person. No, we
Great.
joke about that. What
Well, if you were,
the people, even if they're more expensive, like Android's more expensive, it's just fun as an iPhone user to be like, well, yeah, you're poor. Like,
yeah, get on our level, man. We've been paying for the same
yeah,
features for the last 10 years.
yeah,
I'm kind of stuck into the ecosystem. So
yeah, me too. And
the
our daughter wanted it and demanded it, and so and we weren't about to text the group chat with green in it. So
yeah, the green. Man, that sounds terrible. It bothers me. That it
yeah,
does.
I'll stop
I
being
like
friends with somebody.
I
I will
like
stop being friends.
I like the blue. I like the iCloud. I like not the music part. That doesn't matter to me anymore. Like the music used to be one of the selling points. We'll have iTunes, but who cares about that anymore? We stream all that. But I like just the
I
way it
guess I could write
works.
it myself, but when I send an email, and it has that sent from my iPhone underneath.
If I'm in a big hurry and I send an email, that'll get left on. But I generally I do my best to like take that off because I'm like that's just some arrogance floating around here. Joel, man, Joel's like your biggest fan. He's in the chat. He's
Joel!
he says Pikachu gives you it's crazy for you.
Yeah, man. Every time Pikachu can't get it done.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a joke, with the Lord Hoyle sprite. Whenever we would, apparently he plays with that sprite all the time when he streams, obviously. But when anybody else plays with that sprite, it's ridiculous. I think I'm one of 5, so I've beat one of the 5 seeds that I've tried to beat with his character, and obviously it's just luck of the random. But since you like completion though, you should try this one called Pots and Bones. It's pretty fun. It's where you have to
I saw you
collect.
doing that.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, that's right up my alley. Yeah.
You should try it. I think you have to collect. I think it's 216 Triforce pieces,
Yeah.
and the doors are all shuffled. That's the worst part. But honestly, it's not that bad. It
could
fun.
be time. It could be my time. It could be my time to venture into the door shuffle.
I'll send you a link to the one to roll that one. It has all sorts of goofy little modes on it. It'll change. Just read the descriptions very carefully, because some of them are as hard as the hardest seed you can roll, and you don't want to be locked into something that's where your brain starts hurting after 30 minutes. You don't want to be locked into that.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Well, here's the level I'm at. I've just started consistently doing it where you start without your sword.
Okay. Randomized.
So that's the level of skill I'm at now. I've tried. I didn't know that there was. Like, I tried it once where the enemies were random, but I put it on expert, and so the first thing that touched me, I was gone. Like, so. And then I was like, oh, you can adjust that too, I guess. But
so
did it where the bosses are different. I did it where the bosses are different.
So the bottom boxes, the very bottom boxes, I generally don't mess with those because that's the things that make the enemies extra health, extra hit hard, all that stuff. For whatever reason, the guy that I stream with, Jason Zane, he loves to tinker with those. He loves to. There was one time we had chickens that did 19 heart or like 18 hearts of damage. Like literally one chicken would take you out every time. And I think what you should do next, I think you should roll a key sanity. Key sanity is where the keys are shuffled. It's not that bad. It's not.
Okay.
You just make sure to change your tracker.
Oh, I'll have to. You have to. Then you mark where you have the key or not, right?
Yes. Yes. So that's more engagement.
Yeah. I'm like, which keys do I have, guys? Who's writing this down?
Eastern Palace, Brian. You got Eastern Palace. But
Yeah.
I think that I'm gonna wrap up if you're good, unless you have anything else you want to talk about, because I actually have
No.
to go.
All right. Yeah. I'd hate to keep you. Do I need to hang up or what?
No, no. We'll say bye to everybody.
Okay. Hey, bye.
If you're not following Brian Aldridge, please, please, please go follow him. He's on TikTok. I'm gonna look it up here so I don't mess it up. Aldridge Comedy, correct?
Correct.
Yes, Aldridge at Aldridge Comedy. That's if you need to. Yes, yes. Send me a message if you don't understand, so I can send it to you. He is one of my favorite people, and we will have him on again sometime because I like doing this. This was a lot of fun. I hope you had fun.
I did.
Go drop him a follow, and it was good hanging out. And until next time, later.
Bye.